Hello guys, and welcome to the College Football Special. I'm the Analyst. You follow me at the Analyst32 on Twitter. You can subscribe to this page, the Analyst32. You can also give this video a like if you want. So, let's get into the games. Ugly results from this past week. Alabama just tore up Mississippi State 31-6. Dak Prescott had 26 carries for 14 yards. I'm sorry, Mississippi State fans, but the cowbell no longer rings. Alabama's Henry, who's turned into one heck of a Heisman candidate, 22 carries, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns. I believe that's his third game in a row with 200 yards. Well, you're going to a bowl, Mississippi State, but Alabama's just playing really well right now. Oklahoma State beat Iowa State 35-31. We thought there might be an upset. We really thought there might be. We thought it might be the reincarnation of Brandon Weeden's squad back in the day. Aitman had 8 receptions for 132 yards and a touchdown. Oklahoma State really shouldn't have let Iowa State be in this game, but weird things happen for Oklahoma State at Iowa State. Alright, in the next game, Arkansas beats LSU 31-14. LSU, coming off that rough loss to Alabama, did not play well and got ran all over. Collins had 16 carries for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns. I would say it was closer than the score looks, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't. Anyway, get into our big wins of this past week. Arizona beat Utah 37-30. Jones had 5 receptions, 126 yards, and 1 touchdown. Utah, after their peak against Oregon, has kind of been It's a big win for Arizona. Great win at home for them. Good to see Solomon and them finally come around and start playing well. Rodriguez is doing a good job with that squad. So big win for Arizona. And they'll probably get to a bowl game this year. Oklahoma beats Baylor 44-34. Mayfield was 24 of 34 for 270 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's one of those games that was relatively back and forth. But Oklahoma pulled it out. Good for them. They played really well. They still have a shot at getting into the BCS Final Four. I don't know why I said BCS. It's not the BCS anymore. But anyway, next big win. Oregon beat Stanford 38-36. Adams 10-12 from passing and 205 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was probably one of the better games by Oregon, even though they tried to give it away late. They really did. Neither team wanted to win this game, but Stanford did not convert on a 2-point conversion. Oregon wins. They're now 7-3. Makes you wish Adams was actually healthy for the complete season. That would have been nice. Maybe we'd only have 2 losses. Either or. Alright, so let's get into my top 10 here. We have Ohio State at 1, Clemson at 2, Oklahoma State's at 3, Alabama is at 4, Iowa at 5, Notre Dame at 6, Michigan State at 7, Oklahoma at 8, Florida at 9, and Baylor at 10. I still think Baylor has an outside shot at getting in if they beat Oklahoma State and if they beat TCU coming up. So we'll see how that goes. Games to watch for this next week. USC's playing Oregon at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time on ESPN. On ABC, Michigan State is playing Ohio State at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time as well. Baylor is playing Oklahoma State at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time on Fox. And then on ABC, Oklahoma is playing TCU at 5 o'clock Pacific time. Some good games. Definitely check them out. Sneaky good games. If you notice, I've been relatively hot on these sneaky good games recently. Iowa State was in it last week. Cal is playing Stanford. This is a game where if Cal beats Stanford, Oregon has a chance of being the Pac-12 North Division champion. So, fingers crossed. They play on ESPN at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. On ESPNU at 9 a.m. Pacific time, Memphis plays Temple. This will be a good game. Temple still has a solid team. Memphis has a quarterback who's going to be a top 10 pick in next year's NFL draft. Definitely check that game out. Now, the sneaky good game nobody's talking about and should be talking about is in Division 3. This is a shout out for my cousin. Whitworth is playing Linfield. You can find it on the D3 Playoffs website, or just the D3 football website. You can go there, find the feed. Whitworth is 9-1. Linfield is 9-0. Linfield is the most consistent State of Oregon powerhouse in college football. So definitely give that a look if you want to see some more non-star football. And yeah, should be a close game. Whitworth always gives Linfield a difficult challenge. Anyway, so you've been watching the College Football Special. Thank you. Once again, follow me on Twitter at TheAnalyst32. You can follow me or subscribe to me on this channel, TheAnalyst32 as well. And you can go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed it. So have a good week, and we'll cover next week's football games.